What if the housing market isn't slowing down, but actually resetting? The April numbers just came in and they're showing something a little bit different than what most people are expecting. Hey there, Apryle Borst here with Arizona Best Real Estate, here with your monthly market update for April 2026. So today we're going to be breaking down what's happening nationally and then what that means here in Arizona. Because what's happening right now, it's not dramatic, but it definitely matters. So if you're thinking about buying or selling this year, this is the kind of shit that you actually want to understand early. So let's go ahead and start with the big picture. Now, over the last few years, the housing market has really been driven by affordability, and that's still true today. And now we're starting to see some new layers come into play. Mortgage rates have been a little volatile lately. I mean, we've seen them move from the high fives earlier this year back into the mid 6% range. And a lot of that actually has to do with what's happening globally. Because anytime there's uncertainty in the economy, rates can react pretty quickly. And we've definitely seen that. But here is what's important. Even with that movement, affordability has actually improved compared to last year. For example, on a $500,000 loan, buyers are still saving about $270 per month compared to where payments were last year. So while rates may not feel low, buyers are still in a better position overall. Now, at the same time, the inventory is increasing. I mean, we're seeing more homes come on the market, and new listings have jumped over 20% as we move into the spring market. But here's where it gets interesting. Not all sellers are adjusting to today's market. Some are still pricing based on the peak market, and then when their homes don't sell, instead of adjusting, they're actually just pulling them off the market. As a matter of fact, over 112,000 homes were delisted late last year, and now nearly 45,000 of those homes have already come back on the market this year. So what does that mean? Well, it means buyers have more options, but it also means that homes are sitting longer. So let's go ahead and talk about buyer activity. Buyers are starting to come back slowly, but consistently. We're seeing a gradual increase in activity month over month. And as rates improve even slightly, that's expected to bring more buyers into the market. So we're in this transition phase with more inventory coming in and buyers gradually stepping back in as well. Now, let's talk about pricing, because I know this is what everyone is watching. Prices are not crashing, but growth has definitely slowed down. I mean, we've seen over 20 consecutive weeks of flat or negative price growth nationally. And the price per square foot is down about 2.5% year over year. Now, the reason why this is important is because it changes how homes are selling. We've shifted from a market where most homes are sold above asking to one where most homes are selling below asking price, which means pricing correctly from day one is more important than ever. Now, I do want to address the big question, are we headed towards a crash? And that answer is no, because one of the biggest reasons is we still have a housing shortage. We're still about 2 to 3 million homes short nationally. And because so many homeowners locked into those low interest rates before, they're not in a rush to sell, which continues to support pricing. Now let's get back to Arizona. Here in the greater Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria area, we're seeing very similar patterns. Inventory is rising, homes are taking longer to sell, and buyers have more room to negotiate. So we are much closer to a balanced market than we have been in years. Homes are still selling, but just not instantly and not automatically. Now, here's where this matters most. We're right in the middle of a spring market, which means more buyers are entering and more sellers are listing. And that's where momentum starts to build, right? So even small improvements in affordability right now can create more movement over the next few months. And movement is what shifts leverage in the market. So what does this mean if you're buying? Well, it means you have more options, more time, and more negotiating power. But as we move deeper into spring, that leverage can start to shift. Now, what does this mean if you're selling? Well, preparation and pricing matter more than ever. Homes that are priced correctly, show well, and are marketed properly are still selling. But overpriced homes, they're just sitting, and sitting leads to price reductions. So strategy is everything right now. So what's the takeaway here? Well, April 2026, it's not dramatic, but it's shifting. Rates are moving, inventory is rising, buyers are returning, prices are softening, and positioning matters more than ever. And as we move through the next few months, this market is going to continue to evolve. So if you want to talk through what this means for you, whether you're thinking about buying or selling, or maybe you just want to understand your options, please feel free to reach out to me. You can comment, call, or message me directly. You can also head over to my website at askapryl.com for resources and market updates. Again, I'm Apryle Borst with Arizona Best Real Estate. No pressure, no confusion, just real answers. And I will see you next month for your next monthly market update. Talk to you soon. Bye.